Today I'm reviewing this Velocity RC boat. Now this one is designed for kids that are 14 and up. I'm actually going to be using this with my son who is 8, and I'll show you actually it being used on our pond here. It does have the LCD screen, 2.4G system, high-speed engine, says it gets up to 20 mile an hour max speed. And then it has a stop, all the directions. It does have flip recovery, which is nice. So if you do end up flipping it, then it does have the option to get it right side up rather than it being capsized. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up here, and let me just show you exactly what you get inside of this package. So once you get it opened up, you're gonna have the user manual, and then this is the inside where it is attached. So they do that just to make sure you know that it doesn't get damaged during shipment. So that's kind of nice. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this tape here and get inside. So this is everything that you will need. This is going to be the actual size of the boat. It does require a little bit of assembly, so just keep that in mind that some assembly is going to be required on this. There's some different parts down here, which I'll go ahead and throw on as well. Then it comes with the remote, of course, and I do like how well they have packaged this in here, so everything fits. They even have little foam things on the sticks to make sure those don't get damaged before you actually use them, so that's really nice also. Let me go ahead and get it assembled now. So now that I actually got the instructions open and looking at it, it actually doesn't need any assembly besides just the stand for it, which you may or may not be using. That's what those parts are for. And then it comes with an extra propeller as well, which is nice. Now, to get the battery in, you're actually going to turn this on the top here, and then you're going to pull this up. Now, I wasn't sure how this removes, and so actually it just kind of pulls out. So it is kind of hard to pull out that top part. So I was kind of afraid I was going to be breaking it, but this is just it just kind of pops in and then just pulls out. So I'm sure once you do it a couple of times, but as you can see, it does require a good amount of force to be able to pull it out of there. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then you're going to go ahead and turn these little knobs, and it has little instructions on it to unlock them. So you're just going to turn them, maybe. Oh, there we go. Turning the other way. So it does have little arrows on it. You can turn it either way, depending on which way it is currently facing. So you can see it only has them about halfway on there. So whichever way it's facing, you're going to turn it the opposite direction. So the one is going to be this way, the other one's going to be this way. So those are opposite, so just so you know on that. And then this should pull right out. What I found was easiest to actually get that out is just turn it upside down and just pop it like that. And then I believe this is going to be the same thing. So you're just going to pull it out. Yep. Same exact thing. It has that clip on the end. So it just clips right underneath there. So you just have to pull it out. And you're gonna got plastic inside of there. You have this little thing. And then you're going to unstrap that. And you're going to put the boat battery inside. And then you're going to connect it on that little guy there. So let me go ahead and connect that up. So that is what it looked like when it's connected. You just put the battery in the little slot, put the Velcro over it, and then make sure this is clipped entirely. So it does have this little clip. So you want to make sure that that goes all the way in, and that is good before you go ahead and put it back together again. One last thing I did want to mention before we go ahead and take it outside and use it is the fact that this does require AA batteries that are not included. So you just got to unscrew this to put the batteries into the controller. But just wanted to mention it just in case you're purchasing it for someone, you'll want to make sure you include the batteries for it. So we got the boat out by the pond. Let's go ahead and try it out. Now the pond where I'm at does have a good number of weeds and things, so you do have to watch out for that. It will get caught up in the propeller. But once you get it out in the water, I'm actually going to go ahead and try and back it up. Yep, let me go ahead and set it straight and then get it out a little bit deeper. In that shallow, that propeller is just spinning in that silt. So I got it out there a little ways, and let's see how she goes. Relatively easy to actually turn, so that's not too difficult. One thing I like about the controller is you can actually see on the front screen what your battery is looking like, how good of a connection you have, etc. on this light up screen, so that's nice. And it is easy to control, so quite literally it is just forward to go forward or backwards to go backwards. I'm pretty sure that's only if you're like flipped or something like that. And then just left and right, so relatively easy to control. Just gonna make some loops out here. I don't know exactly about it being 20 miles an hour or so, but it stops virtually immediately, so that is nice. overall, pretty good toy. Gonna have a ton of fun out here with my son, playing with this out on the water. Again, those only couple of things to keep in mind. Now, when I was putting the batteries in the controller, I actually thought the batteries were dead because it didn't start, but there was a little piece of paper in between the battery terminal. So make sure you get all the paper out of there before you go ahead and put it in. And when it is on, this light will be on, and then this will light up as well. So overall, definitely a cool product. Gonna have a lot of fun with it. So this is really cool. So this, you can hear it beeping. We ran it for a little bit, and the battery on here, kind of see it's starting to get low. So it is beeping to let us know that the battery on the boat is low so we can bring it back to shore. So that should keep you from accidentally leaving it out in the water. So overall, definitely a really cool boat. I really do like that feature where it beeps when your battery is running low, and then you just switch it on or off with this little button right there in the middle. That's the on or off switch for the controller. Controls are super basic, so it's quite literally just forward. There is no reverse unless you need to flip the boat, like you flip it upside down when you're out there. But we ran it around the pond a good amount, and we did not have it flip even once. So that shouldn't be an issue unless you've got like big waves or something. And the controls are basic enough where my 8-year-old son could control them as well. So overall, a super cool product. Definitely glad we ended up purchasing it.